Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome to our Starfield playthrough. What you'll see at the beginning of this video, up in the title, well, down in the title technically, is you'll see either a story or a exploration little tab there that'll kind of tell you what this episode's all about, if we're doing questing story stuff or if we're exploring. So generally what we're going to do is kind of split it like that. We're going to hit a lot of story, and towards the end maybe there'll be some more exploration stuff. So hopefully you'll enjoy this playthrough of Starfield. It's gonna be a mix of live stream and also recorded stuff, so hopefully you have some fun. Now let's get right into it. Okay, I guess we put the one egg there. Polytextile. Do I need, is that one of the things I need, a polytextile? Do I need a polymer? Okay, that's gonna take a lot. I don't know where we're gonna find it, but
Good day, Captain.
what do I get from this? Let's go to another portion. It is an adhesive. I don't see anything. Start working our way towards that natural bit over there. There's fluorine. Ah. Just not seeing any other wildlife out here.
I wonder how many life forms are roaming this planet. Time to find out.
It's essentially a whiteout here. I can't see anything in the daylight. Where, oh, where could this be? I don't want to deal with those. But I see one way back there. Just not seeing anything. Where could this be? There's no coast, so it can't be like fish. Trying to think. What, there's two. I know it was only a matter of time. What? Oh, so it's those. I'm trying to see if there's something there. I mean, it's the same creature that we're looking for.
I'm glad you're handling the messy work.
I only need like 4 more. The next thing I might get is an upgrade for the scanning. Okay, so let's hop to another portion of the planet. We'll eventually pop this until we... Sarah's in combat. I'm not in combat. Looks like I'm not going to do that until Sarah's done. There's some way back there. Damn it. Okay. Up to another portion. Just need like 5 of those.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet you'll find plenty here to catalog.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results. I believe we are no longer alone. Another successful fight.
Biggest thing is that's adhesive, so we might as well just scan all of these right now. And get this one done.
Landing site locked. Take us in.
My NFL app just crashed, so give me a second. Which tends to happen sometimes. All right, there we go. Okay.
Touching down.
Oh. Was it? Okay. Gives me some nickel and aluminum. We might as well get this entire system scanned since there's only a couple things here. Not a couple, but you get my drift.
Setting down. Everything in the green.
Hello.
Okay, another planet down. Well, not planet, but moon. Nebus is going to be the last one.
Good to go for land.
Okay. We're getting some good chunks of XP doing this, so I'm not opposed to this. All right, rock lock and the other one.
Landing site looks clean. Let's set it down.
Okay.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent.
Which one's more pressing than I need? This might be the better one. Go Rocky Desert first. Rocky Desert.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
Not a lot of biologicals. In fact, I don't see any. That's interesting.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
scanning. I'm sure there's something nearby.
Those two right there. Those should be it. Nickel, lithium, and water. We're in a desert. We're not going to see water. That's a cool planet. One of these might be the one we're looking for. The second one. I don't know if it's going to be that one though. That's the rock pile that's attached to it. There's some lithium. Hey, what's going on, Archangel? Doing all right? Just trying to explore the rest of this system. We have this planet and one more. But since this doesn't have any biological life, I'm hoping to find some lubricants, which is what we're kind of struggling for at the moment. Some of our research. And I'm sure I could refer back to what planet they're abundant on, but we want to kind of progress the Crimson Fleet while we're doing this, so just doing some clearing. Damn, this is an unfortunate turn of events. Actually, no, this might be the one of them. This is the earthquake. Is you all right? Bears are winning, beating the Falcons, so there's that. That was a little loud. Okay, I'm missing... Nice. Let's go. Give me a mountains. There's a mountains. Maybe we can get it here. I'm looking for nickel and water. There's nickel. Might have to go to one of the poles. Yeah, this is still rocky desert type. Where was that straight hills? I wish I had a topographic scanner. Mostly desert. Frozen plains, here we go. Yeah, it happens. Can't always be having
Maybe
fun.
You can get that to point us to the nearest restaurant. Haha.
All right, let's see if we can move over to Nebus. All right, the last one that we need to survey. And we did not get lucky with that either. I'm unfortunate.
Gear looks green. Ready to land.
I think this is only going to be plants. Maybe one of them will have lubricants. Or no, it's the other way around. Okay, we should be... Wow, that's probably the harder one to find. Hell yeah, gold. You don't say those things to me. Get out of here. Yeah, I always say the paperwork. Okay. Sealant. Damn. That's nutrients, so it's not going to help me either. That is unfortunate. Damn, it doesn't help me either. Looking for nickel. Wait, what? tower of power here, probably. Where it is on the map is unknown. This must be an old one. Or a new one, I mean. For one of the new pieces we haven't collected yet. Let's see what we can do here. Yes, it is one. Okay, so that's the gravitational anomaly. Only one. That's it. Wherever we see this, we have to get this. This will be vital. There we go. Now, where to next? Hoping some of these are outside this biome. Yeah, new year, new stuff. You never know. That doesn't actually exist. Hold on. There you are.
Any
Hold my
trouble with the
resources.
mission? Want to see what I'm...
Oh, you have a bunch of resources already. Hold more resources. The container known as Sarah is at capacity.
I'll be counting the minutes to our next chat.
We gotta start losing this laser. Mountains, hills, sandy desert. Okay. You'll never get me. Okay. Let's go to another section of the planet. Well, you can with modding these days, especially this game, you can fix all of that. But was I already in? I think I was already in a desert. Epic fail. Or is this a hills? This is a hills. Alright, Fields, good run. Those little guys are going to be difficult to find. You go up the hill. Okay, there's this done. There's a couple of them. Holy, what is... Two features right next to each other? It's rare that you see that. Don't really need nickels, so when I'm... Actually, I should pick it up. Hell's the point in this? This must have been a random spawn that I feel like shouldn't be here. Let's hope we can get out of it now. We don't really need that. Okay. Weird little cave. We'll take it. Oh, it must be it. Okay, that makes more sense. It's an increase of the thermal rise here. Well, issue is going to be those small guys. I have to change to another point. Or mountains here. You mean hills we can see it better? I don't know. I just need 2 more.
There's got to be something useful out here.
Typically they're by the other animals, but whoops. There's one. Is there one more? There is.
Target down.
System's done, right? 100%. All right, time.
You're going to be carrying that gooey mess, right? Oh no, you don't. I don't even need a gun.
Okay, it's her just responding. All right, the key.
I have things for you.
I need to stand up, talk to her, get everything out of her inventory, and get it in the ship's inventory. Come on, Fields. That was not a good 4th down play.
What's happening, darling? Bring me anything use.
Need all of the resources that you have, love.
Talk
Thank
to you
you.
again soon, Doc.
Hold inventory. Store our resources.
Darling.
Did we get something that we can use here? We did. Polymer. Okay, nice. Still haven't gotten that. Okay, we do need special projects, but I think we do need to get that level. So let's get this done. Let's grab, say, one of those. Of those.
I see what you've made there. Smart. This is as much as I can make there. Something like that I simply cannot make. Turn over, let's go, baby. Particle. Holy. There is particle turrets and stuff around here.
Hail acknowledged. Dock where you like.
All right.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Here we go, in the belly of the beast.
Up something you might be interested
Get out of my
in.
face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30.
Greetings, Captain.
Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30. You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem. If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Look at this.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Got mixed soon. Everyone.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
I said business to take care of. Why, did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
I have my own affairs to deal with.
I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Okay. The Crimson Fleet took over an entire UC star station?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
Okay. Best to piss off the UC that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado, but I can give you the short version.
Story time. How delightful.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
All right.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered.
I do.
We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Kryx had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care
Ooh,
of you.
blueprints, okay.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay. This is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Okay.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
How is a bomb in your chest empowering?
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance. And it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He sees that bomb as a badge of honor. I see it as a symbol of compliance. Delgado is a harsh master.
I would say so. Just set me up so I can start making money. I mean, that's the best security measure, most clever security measure.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
But you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man.
Okay.
Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Trying to make those creds.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business.
If Neva's chosen wisely. Now, I believe that covers all I have. Take the elevator to the upper level.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining.
I've got bounties in every system.
Cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis. No parents, no godparents. Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
Were these violent crimes? Murders?
I'm a bit offended you even asked that question, Gail. Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
That doesn't sound as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well,
I
like
like my
I said,
weapons like I like my
I was
coffee.
just a kid.
Scaldy.
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. I'd just give them a fake name, or they just slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything, and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
What changed that? Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218. Oh, yeah. The Galbank archives. Very good, Gail. See, you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right. They brought me in, taught me the ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5 years.
I get so tired
till
of
I
pirates on
decided
this
I wanted
station
more.
patting themselves on the back.
I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Was it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on a public street in the well?
On the street, reputation is everything. I wanted everyone in the city to know that Jasper Kryx was taking over. I think they got the message.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Kryx need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
I see you've done that before.
Before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course.
That was interesting. That's also interesting. We're making our way up there. We're just looking around to see if there's any info or anything that we can steal.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
We've got a pretty tight security schedule. Regular patrols outside and inside the key. I'm only stationed on the key until the heat dies down. Then it's back to raiding and pillaging.
And that goes back down. And then so does that.
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For a listener's benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story.
Trying to raise one as a pet.
You'll have to go with your gut on what you
Having
think
your own
really happened.
terramorph.
Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened.
Let me use the bathroom while this is going.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock so we can get to the point of this goddamned interview.
Okay.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
I won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Got it, boss.
Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvorov for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Kryx's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began.
Okay.
On Suvorov with Jasper Kryx. Kryx led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
What's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Kryx left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Okay, maybe you should tell me more about Kryx's legacy.
Before Kryx left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Kryx's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate.
Okay.
Kryx left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Kryx's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System.
Won't the fleet just become a larger target?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault.
True.
And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Kryx's legacy.
What if Neva's right and Kryx's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time. provided
Okay.
you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Though the idea of the legacy has probably been blown a bit out of proportion, I'm certain there's an element of truth to its existence.
We'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Anything you tell me about Jasper Kryx history before we ended up in the lock?
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting.
Okay.
When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Mind if I ask more about this initiation?
I would rather you spent your time gearing up, so...
What happened to Jasper Kryx in the lock?
Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Kryx was in prison for almost 5 years. And judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind them and kept pushing until he reached the key.
Okay.
Cojones on that guy. UC's toughest supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that.
Can you tell me more about the lock?
The UC built the lock as a supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Kryx touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key.
Okay. What can you tell me about Suvorov?
It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line.
What's the deal with Mathis?
There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides. Only problem is that he is down a sheep. Who knows? Maybe he'll get...
Always listen to Delgado. Unless you want to get killed.
Okay. So let's see what we have here. What's the bunks? Let's do the range. Titan. Let's wait until we can grab a smuggling device.
You check out the Reckoner's core. Choose a
If
spare creds or just need to unload some junk, head to the depot.
Ship services? You need it, I've got it.
Hey, champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it.
All right, thanks for coming out for our story stream Saturdays. We're playing some Starfield in this one. I'm really loving the game, so we will definitely get into that. So thanks for coming out. Don't forget to leave a like below, comments, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.